Welcome to the very first thing.
One thing we noticed editing this vlog is that we tend to go off on massive tangents. So we started setting a timer to kind of keep us down, but even within those 10 minutes,
Didn't help.
we still wander. And the biggest example of that was when we talked about Macs and PCs.
You're going to see a lot more of these coming in the near future, but we're basically, it's going to happen naturally, so we're not going to plan these. It won't be a weekly thing, it won't be a daily thing, or a monthly thing for that matter. It's just whenever they come up, whenever we get a lengthy topic, we're going to make it a thing. That being said, we really hope you enjoy this one.
Let's go.
We're starting off with possibly one of the biggest arguments on the internet, I would say, to this day.
Well, it's probably the biggest argument in computing. And that argument is
Mac
versus PC.
For us, it's not really a battle of which one's better, but we both have an open mind,
Yeah.
and we're both doing what's best for the business.
You guys might remember from a couple of vlogs ago, we talked about how my computer isn't terrible, it's old
awful
and slowing down. So we are looking into getting me a new computer. So yesterday, what you saw, we went to Apple. Basically, we don't really have the money to spend on a $4,000, $5,000 MacBook. The reason that I'm going laptop is because increasingly we need to be mobile.
So I did some research last night. This is average lifespan of a Mac is 7 to 10 years. Average PC, 2 years.
Really?
This is literally what it said online. Some guys got 3, some guys at most got 4. Yes, that comes down to how you're using it and what you're using it for. So I'm not disputing that. We need something that's really gonna last, not something that's gonna crap out in 2 years.
I went out, I looked at some gamer laptops. I ended up looking at a couple, an MSI and an Asus, and then I had Alienware recommended to me. I went through and I ended up looking up the way that they're built and some of the graphics cards and blah, 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 blah. And one of the things that I heard as I sort of started getting deeper into it is how they're built and for their purpose versus how, basically essentially like a professional Mac. Because actually the MacBook, something we discovered late yesterday, is that really the MacBook Pro that can do 4K, that is basically their highest end laptop.
But I don't necessarily agree with that. This is what the guy said to us, but the guy who we talked to had no experience in video editing whatsoever. But he's also a salesman.
Right.
So you really can't, no offense to him if he's watching, he did say he would check out our vlog. You were great. If you got the same specs on this computer on a current model, I'd almost guarantee it that you could edit 4K no problem.
I've owned a lot of PCs. It really is a crapshoot. You can have a PC that could last you 5-6 years, but for the most part, you are looking at under 4 years. That is just a fact. One thing that I've kind of found out is your off-the-shelf HPs, your Dells, those are your 1990 Hyundais. They're there for the lowest end of consumer. There are people who are going to buy those. That money is going into R&D for the next level of laptop. That's your indie car. These are like long haul trucks. But what I ended up at was that you're really looking at a $4,000 Dell or a $4,000 MacBook, and I'm not spending $4,000 on a Dell.
We're out of time now, but I guess we're gonna keep going. One of my main questions that I had for you.
Go.
I've heard this is a Brown thing.
That's a Brown thing?
For a record, a Brown guy told me it was a Brown thing.
Oh, it depends on where you're going. Okay, go.
We looked at getting an old Mac and upgrading it, but you kept saying they're obsolete. Correct me if I'm wrong, you want something new.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I can admit that. There are certain things that I'm okay to spend, I'm okay to buy used. There are certain things that I'm kind of more reticent about, and computers are definitely one of those. In this situation, yeah, I'd bite the bullet and buy that. I would just be concerned that we're gonna spend $1,500 to $2,000, and then 6 months down the line, I could be screwed.
If you're looking for a computer, really depending on what you're doing, if you're just filling out some documents, you don't need a MacBook Pro for something like that.
No.
You can get a MacBook Air,
Yeah.
which are way cheaper. So we're talking about more like video level here in this conversation, which is why we're talking like $3,000-$4,000 computers.
There's also the Hackintosh option. There's just a fact that if you need to be at a certain level, it just costs that money. This isn't just a brand loyalty thing, right? There's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
And don't get me wrong, I hate PCs.
Ugh.
But
Don't get me started.